Welcome back to the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike. I'm coming at you with the weekly news and review for August 18th of 2019, and lots of fun, great stuff to talk about. I'm really going to get started off with just letting you know that the Cyclonus, the Fans Toys Quiet ST, should be coming in stock wherever you ordered it, and there are little extras that are out there. So if you didn't get the pre-order in, you can go to Showz and get this guy. He's $229.99 at Showz right now, but you can still get him. So you might want to jump on that before paying eBay prices or shop around. But I know that when their Showz prices stuff a little bit more than the rest of the market, that means that they only have a few. So they'll be sold out probably by the end of the week. While talking about Showz, you can get pretty much every Gigapower Dino that's out. I think there's 4 out of the 5 available in stock right now. You can pick those up if you want to fill that shelf out. And I'm going to switch to a Chrome version of this guy myself. They also have a very tempting Chrome version of Reximus Prime, which is the KO of just the very first Grimlock, which was actually not a bad mold. The repaints have begun, or shall I say continued, with Transform Element is repainting to, of course, a shattered glass version of Optimus Prime. And their Optimus Prime is probably, well, the debate goes on. Is Transform Element better than Magic Square? You know, and we're going to debate this in a little bit with another company. But this is this is one of the repaints that always seems to happen. Magic Square hasn't repainted theirs to look like this yet, but Transform Element did, and MP10 did, and it seems, I don't know if MP01 did or if that was just a KO, but I don't know if you guys realize that we're about 2 weeks, more or less 2 weeks and a few days away from MP44 shipping, and I think the first people will get it, hopefully, that's where I got mine. Amazon Japan orders ship, and 5 days after they ship out, which will be September 5th, according to them, but 5 days after they ship out, you receive them. And that's when the whole debate and argument and battle and war and fight over is Magic Square, Transform Element, or MP44, which one's the best. We can settle all that debate then. So we're just a few weeks away from that debate getting settled. And I know I talked about this last week, and I'm probably going to talk about it every week, just so you know, if you missed one of my weeks of news, you shouldn't miss out. But Bad Cube's reissuing their bugs, and they're $115, and I think it's a great price that we haven't seen in a long time. They've been selling for like $250 for a set of Bad Cube bugs. So for $115, but it's almost like it's a crowdfunding thing. Showz needs to get enough orders to push this through, and they'll get a production run. And if so, you guys can get a set of Bad Cube. I know that a lot of viewers have been asking about Bad Cube figures, so I just wanted to throw that in there. Next up, there's been reissues of MMC's Rumble and Frenzy, and every single person in the whole world seems to know that Rumble is blue, but yet companies still put out Rumble is red. Okay, we're not going to talk about that right now. We're going to talk about the price increase on these guys. Yes, they're asking more money for it. Yes, they are. But if you buy the set, it's like what, $140? So it's $10 more. But I actually was buying them individually for $175. So, and thought that was a good deal because they were like sold out. And so I'm thinking that they understand the market and inflation and all that, and this is like a 2-year-old figure now, isn't it? So yeah, it may cost more to put out, but if you're gonna get the set, it's not a bad deal. If you don't have them, they're great figures, but I'm more excited about what they're gonna put out for the Autobot side, and I'm really excited about seeing what kind of a blaster can come out that fits it. What blaster or what Soundwave would fit these tapes? Oh my gosh, that'd be big. So to be truthfully honest with you, there's not a lot of new stuff going on with Masterpiece or with the third party on the Masterpiece side. In fact, there's 5 times more going on with Legends. But I do want to say, my belief is the next Fans Toys figure to come out is this Jabber. I don't have any evidence, I don't have any proof or no facts, but I'm curious from the viewers, what do you think's coming out next from Fans Toys? Or, if you're not really thinking about Fans Toys, or you know something, what's coming out next from any of the other, 100 third-party companies that are out there? Leave it in the comments. The KFC Opticlones are shipping their... I've gotten about 3 or 4 viewer reports that they got shipping notices on them. Just like I got reports on the Quietest getting shipping notices. So a lot of fun stuff shipping now. Nothing new really coming out. But I'm interested in getting these myself. I don't have the Fans Toys anymore. So I want to see if these are better or worse, whatever. But I'm going to review that. I'm excited about that. Next up, I think that maybe I'm wrong, but do you guys wonder why I haven't put up my update number 4 on Unicron? HasLab Unicron. I personally believe I've got the most HasLab Unicron videos out there, and I cooled it off for a bit on purpose. So during my absence from making these update videos for Unicron, 2 YouTubers have stepped up to make videos, and I'm actually kind of pleased because they're way bigger than I am. 10, 20, 30 times bigger, whatever. But Michael Mercy and Rodimus Primal have stepped up. They've made videos talking about Unicron, getting the word out, and just discussing everything that they know about it. And I think that's great. I really think that you should check Michael Mercy and Rodimus Primal out and check out their videos about Unicron, because they do have some excellent points, and they mirror my points at about 75-80%. So I think great content there. There's a couple of reasons why I haven't put out update number 4 yet. Number 1 is there's not enough new information, news, or anything new going on. Number 2 is we're in the actual lull that we knew was going to happen. If you knew what happened with the cell barge, then you know there's a lull right now. The lull is a bit deeper with the Unicron, but I think it's because of the height of the price point. But I have a whole lot of factors I want to talk about. We now are up to 12, I believe, 12 third-party or other companies supporting this, meaning that they're going to place their orders, and I'm going to give you some speculation in update number 4 about the size of those orders, but and the reason why. But I'm also going to show you these pictures real quick. So we've got these updates with the removable head, and we know it's removable. We knew John Warden said it's going to be removable. So why are we so surprised? We're not surprised. This was already planned in. This is one of the Easter eggs, one of the things they're going to reveal. I think they're trying to show features instead of give us stuff. But guess what? The fact that I guess the community's being super cheap and holding back and not pre-ordering, we're going to get every single thing out of them to get this thing funded, which is a good thing. I don't see anything wrong with that. But Unicron sees something wrong with that. That's the weirdest looking face and head I've seen. So you're going to remove the face off of that. I don't know what the point of that is. Maybe just to see all the line work and intricate detail that you're never going to see unless you pop that thing off, but that's cool too. But the point is that HasLab is a little bit worried, and they've got a Q&A on their Instagram page, which I don't do Instagram, so I mean, I guess I maybe should. But if you want to go to check that out, you can ask any question in the world of them, and they will answer it a week from now. So go to the Instagram for HasLab Instagram. They're going to answer any question you have about Unicron. Now, before I get into any more Legends stuff that's going to happen, I've got to talk about some Legends stuff. Whether you like that or not, sorry, I have to talk about it now. I have a collection of it, and I like it a little bit, little as a pun. So, we're seeing all of these Walmart exclusive sound waves and the Walmart exclusive tapes hit shelves. And I have to say, Optimus Prime was a bad decision by someone who's out of touch with the collecting community, out of touch with what even toys are, made the decision to put it without a trailer and charge $50. But somehow they got this right, and $50 for Soundwave. I have seen my 2 Walmarts get stocked with it and then sell out in 2 days. Stocked again, sell out in 2. So yeah, it's selling out everywhere. But there is one problem with the tapes, and I'm going to outline this. Now, I took a picture of all of these laying here. I had to go through, I think I went through like 8 or 9 sets of the Ravage and the Frenzy. And it says on the package Rumble, so they got that wrong. But there is an issue with, I didn't see, you can see it on all these. There's an issue with the paint messed up around where the punch is to hang these things up. And that is consistent across every one of them. And I don't know if the paint didn't dry and then they packed them and then it's just rubbed off. I don't know. I don't know what's causing this. But the package is the reason you want this. The package is the reason I want this. And it's getting ruined from the manufacturing process. This is a big issue. I don't like it. I am kind of irritated about it. I found 2 that did not have this paint problem. One had a corner that was just bashed in, and one had a slight imperfection on the corner. I took that one. But it's really frustrating that you can't open a case like the day they're put out and get them looking perfect. That is irritating. Alright, so let's get on to some positive stuff, because I like to be positive. Although I got a real extreme negative video coming up in 2 days. But this Megatron War in the Legends line is awesome. I love it. I just did the Megatron video, and I did that on purpose. Well, I actually filmed it like 2 weeks ago, but I was like, I need to get into this because there's a lot going on here. And I think there's far more going on here than what you see on the surface. Now, I've got a video coming out Monday to go more in depth on the Magic Square and the New Age. But you see just, okay, yeah, we got some Megatrons for Legends, whoop-de-doo. I think there is far more going on here, and I think there's far more that has already gone on that we just don't know. Of course, I could be wrong, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, well, somewhere around there, I'm going to be putting out a video with all my conspiracy theories surrounding the Megatrons in the Legend line. And, you know, tune in for that. So McFans Toys is making a Orion Pax. Well, an Orion Pax, if you want to enunciate it properly. But this is a remold of Cup. Now, we've seen this before with Hasbro, and Hasbro has done the same exact thing. They remolded Cup into Orion Pax. I think it looks all right. I mean, if that's the thing you're going for. But I don't know how well this is going to sell. But one thing I'm learning is that McFans Toys takes risks and thinks outside the box and does things. I seriously think McFans Toys has the ability to be the best Legends scale company out there. If not the best Legends scale company, the best Legends Plus. Hey, if you don't agree with me, put it in the comments. So if you don't know already, Iron Factory is probably the only Legends company that's making Mirage right now. I'm sure if you give it time, other ones will come to it and make one, but it doesn't look that bad. And by the way, it's one of the less stylized figures they made, so guess who might be reviewing this soon. This week we've seen the Astro Train for McFans Toys, which of course McFans Toys is my favorite. I've really got a sore spot or soft spot for them. But they've revealed the robot mode, because for the longest time all we saw was the train mode and the jet mode, and just assuming that the robot mode would look good, and it does look good. By the way, it looks better than anything we've ever gotten in Masterpiece ever, whatsoever. If they upscaled this, it would be the best Masterpiece that we've ever seen so far released. Until, you know, Fans Toys comes out. But I mean, what? With a name like McFans Toys, how could you go wrong? New Age is coming out with their own set of Seekers. And this is Lucifer, their Scream. Lucifer is a good looking version. I gotta say, it looks good. I can't believe how small they're gonna make these things and make them still look this good. I'm starting to wonder if they're gonna stick with like the ultra ridiculous small scale. It's hard to tell by the hand next to it how tall it's gonna be, how big it's gonna be. Looks like he's gonna have the Megatron gun. Looks like he's gonna have his coronation cape and crown. So I don't know. It's gonna be a pretty cool looking figure, to tell you the truth. I know Magic Square's making their own too. Transitioning into a little bit of Star Wars news, I want to show you another giant life-size vehicle that was available at Dallas Comic-Con in a different year. I only had one son with me, so I got involved in this. I had a lot of fun with this, and so did my youngest son. And so we had a whole bunch of fun inside of a very interesting and I gotta say, perfect replica of the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. We got to pilot this. I think we spent like 10 or 10 minutes maybe. I think it's maybe 10 minutes in there. We had together we went into hyperdrive. And of course, you know, we had to fix problems as we went. You know, that's just how things go when you're in the Millennium Falcon. It's just this punk and jump. Whoa! There we go. Hyperdrive. But yeah, had a lot of fun with this. If you ever go to Dallas Comic-Con, or I would think these kind of things happen at all Comic-Cons, but who knows? So Hasbro Pulse has put up their Hasbro Pulse Premium for $50. You can get all the SDCC stuff one day early, September 9th instead of September 10th. And first off, I think that's garbage. That's garbage, as Ray would say, if you care what Ray would say. But that's garbage because I really want to get these figures. And some of the stuff coming up, I want. But I don't want to pay $50 extra to buy them. I already think they're expensive enough. But what are you going to get out of that? Well, you know, you could get the prototype Fett. You get the prototype Fett early. That's awesome. Limit of 2. I'd love to get my hands on that. But, you know, then again, you could also get this Luke 3-pack. Okay? I'm not so into that because I think they've made all those before. And I just don't like buying the same figure over and over and over and over. And that 3-pack buys them over and over and over and over. So, yeah, I'm kind of over all that. The Sith Trooper is something very interesting because the Sith Trooper is a red First Order Stormtrooper, and there's some mystery about exactly what the function will be with the Sith Trooper. So that's interesting. I kind of like that, but I don't want to pay $50 to be able to buy this thing a day early. Why be able to buy it a day early? Well, because they'll probably sell out really fast. So Ewan McGregor just signed on to be part of a TV series for ObiWan Kenobi in the prequel era. So a lot of people are excited, and I really think that having the star power of Ewan McGregor behind the ObiWan Kenobi series is amazing. And I'm sure he's taking good care of himself so he doesn't look that old. Even though you gotta think it's, what, 20 years later. So, yeah, that's interesting. But this series should be out in 2021, so they're going to start filming it really soon. And kind of exciting. We're going to see how The Mandalorian goes, and then there's another show in between there. But I don't really know how live-action TV show, Star Wars TV shows are going to go. But we really need to capture the kids. The children need to like Star Wars so they can carry it on when I'm dead. Lastly, I got some really oddball news, and this is the Infinity Gauntlet for the Legends series. It's kind of a black series for the Legends series, Infinity Gauntlet, found at Walmart. And this thing is pretty cool because the normal price is $100, this is $88. So it's $12 cheaper, and it works great. It's awesome. I mean, this thing has lights, sounds. If you flip a switch, you could lock it in place to display it as a fist. But you got to flip that switch back so that you can open the hands and all this stuff. I might do a review of that thing. Just I'm not super into all of the Avengers kind of stuff and the Marvel stuff, so I don't think that many people would want to care about watching that. But I like it, and I have one, so I might do a review of that thing. Anyway, let me know what you think of this week's news. Like, subscribe, all that great stuff. Give me any feedback, comments, and what did you like? And what else happened this week that I didn't talk about that you think is awesome? So, Hanger out.